Hello, everyone. Coach Ryan with Healthy Brands. How much turnover have you had this year? I recently had a client who came to me, and it seemed like for him it was a revolving door this last year. And I always start like with the hiring process, and it was a hiring process good? Did they really understand what their role was going to be, how they were going to be held accountable, the things they were going to truly own and do each day? And then, were they good culture fit? Did you have the right checks and balances in place? Did you, review over your core values and those types of things to make sure that they were a good fit, both ways? And then the next thing I look at is after the hiring process, they're in the company now. Did they get onboarded properly? Did you have a checklist that was really good? It's always improving, right? You're always getting feedback from people you hire to see what you could do better and how you can make that onboarding process smooth. Things like getting login access to all the software they need, and not just like one thing at a time when they ask for it. The employee should never have to ask for logins. All this stuff should be given to them up front, right? And then, ask, do you have everything that you need to do your job? On onboarding also is this orientation where the business owner needs to sit with each employee, spend an afternoon with them, go over the company history, how you deliver your products and services to your customers, and then what's expected of them. Like, what is that employee's goals? What does success look like in the first 30, 60, 90 days? And I always look at reviewing at least at 60 days, often 90 days, and then 6 months and a year. You can never review or sit down and have feedback for an employee enough in that first year. Extremely important for onboarding. After they're onboarded, then you have a training process. So notice I've got 3 different processes here: hiring, onboarding, and training. It's important that they're all 3 unique and different processes. Often I find that they're trying to shove all these 3 things in together, and it's done in like 2 days. That's too much. It's not giving the attention it needs for all 3 processes. But the training process isn't just sitting with one person in that department. It isn't sitting with the person who's leaving that department, for sure. And it isn't like a one-day ride-along if it's out in the field, right? So that's not training, right? That's not doing them justice. But actually having a checklist and a plan for them to be trained. It's usually at least several days, if not weeks. And I've even seen proper training as much as 6 months, so that you actually go over every responsibility and every task, every process they're going to use, and then really outline what it looks like when they're doing a quality job. And I think that's important to do all 3 things. And then those check-ins, again, at 30, 60, 90, and 6 months and a year are really important. Put them on your calendar and make sure that you follow up with that employee and schedule time to show them how important they are to you and your company and to the overall process of delivering those services to your customers. That's all I have for today. I'm curious what you think on this. Do you have all 3 of these processes separate? Do you have them more than 3 processes? Love to hear from you. Thanks.